This time Capsule had been sealed for 50 years. Inside, they had placed sketches of the future, created by the first batch of students. When the capsule was finally opened, the principal began handing out letters randomly to the kids. As the letters were opened, some contained drawings of rockets, while others had ideas about new technologies. But when Keller opened his letter, it had nothing but numbers, just numbers. The boy was confused and had no idea what they meant. He took the paper home and showed it to his dad. His father, Professor John, who taught astronomy, was sharp with numbers, so he decided to help his son figure it out. John carefully studied the paper, writing all the numbers down on the board, trying again and again to find some kind of pattern. At first, it didn't make sense, but slowly a date began to emerge. September. Curious, John checked online, and what he saw shocked him. September 2001, the day of the terrorist attacks. Not only the date, but also the number written, 2,996. That was the exact number of victims. But how was that possible? This letter had been placed in the time capsule back in 1959, meaning the prediction was written 50 years before the tragedy. John wrote down every single number from the paper and cross-checked them one by one on his computer. What he found left him speechless. Earthquakes, plane crashes, almost every major disaster of the past decades matched perfectly. Dates, locations, even the exact death toll. Whoever wrote this letter had predicted the future with chilling accuracy. But some numbers still didn't make sense. The next day, John showed everything to his colleagues and warned them. The next date written on the paper was only 2 days away. The letter predicted 81 deaths, but nobody took him seriously. To them, it sounded like paranoia or just a bad joke. They told him to relax, go home, and get some rest. Disappointed, John returned home and kept a close watch on the news channels. The day of the predicted event arrived. Hours passed, but nothing happened. It was raining, and John went out to pick up his son from school. Stuck in heavy traffic, he looked at the car's navigation screen, where latitude and longitude coordinates were flashing. In that moment, it struck him. The extra numbers he couldn't figure out earlier weren't random. They were coordinates. He quickly compared them and confirmed it. The disaster wasn't just about a date. It was about a specific place, and that place was right near where he was stuck in traffic. He leaned out to ask an officer what was going on. His face turned pale before he suddenly turned and ran.